Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B the dude. I got one case of 2024 Leaf Eclectic Football again in 2. When we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, you mentioned the no pairs necessary for link down in the description. Also, yes, we're going a little bit early with this one. Figure we'll get this knocked out real quick. And I have to vamoose briefly. You'll be left with the sorter for the rest of the day. Box number 1. Ooh, we've got quite the 1-of-1 back here. Malik Rutherford, 1-of-3. Bryson Rogers, 3-of-3. Elijah Badger, 8-of-8. And 1-of-1. Joe Montana and John Taylor. Dual auto. Boom. That's a fun way to get it started. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break, so stay tuned for that. Braylon Braxton, 4-of-8. Dwight Phillips Jr., 8-of-9. Tyron Tracy Jr., 6-of-9. And quad auto, DJ Uigalele, Roydell Williams, Jalen Brown, and Ja'Kai Douglas, 1-of-4. Justice Ellison, 2-of-8. Marcel Reed, 8-of-8. Ulysses Bentley IV, 2-of-9. And dual auto, Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton, 3-of-7. Malik Murphy, 4-10. Matthew Golden, 3-6. Rashad Owens, 10-10. And Katron Allen, 5-7. Ramel Keaton, 1-10. Maverick McIver, 2-7. Cool name. Blake Shapen, 1-of-8. And Cam Ward, 8-of-8. Boom. Woody Marks, 8-of-8. Lawrence Arnold, 5-7. RJ Harvey, 3-of-8. And Faison Brandon and Ryder Lyons, 2-of-10. This has one of our encased cards in it. Box number 7, TJ Finley. Hashtag grateful. 68 out of 300. Isaac Urendo, 4-7. Jadarian Price, 10-10. And Caleb Johnson, 2-of-8. Box number 8. Jacob Cowing, 3 of 3. Kyle Williams, 3 of 3. Luke McCaffrey, 1 of 2. And triple auto, Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, and Jabray Barber, 8 of 9. In case number 2, Brady Schmeigel. Number 7, 98 out of 100. Jaden Blue, 5 of 8. Holden Willis, 5 of 9. And Ryan Wingo, 6 of 9. Caden Salter, 10 of 10. Jordan Hudson, 3 of 5. Kyle Manangi, 2 of 9. And Tawi Walker and Will Pauling, 2 of 3. Box number 11. Matthew Slocum, 4 of 4. Malachi Fields, 10 of 10. Jake Garcia, 3 of 4. And Mr. Bombastic, Hines Ward, 8 of 10. They call me Mr. Romantic. Final box to break, box number 12, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, 2 of 9. Walker Howard, 1 of 10. TJ Harden, 2 of 6. And Haynes King, 3 of 4. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break as always. Go and get a hit recap going. Then we've got a lot of randoms to take care of. A whole lot, to be precise. For the hits, Malik Rutherford, Bryson Rogers, Elijah Badger, Braylon Braxton, Dwight Phillips Jr., Tyrone Tracy Jr., Justice Ellison, Marcel Reed, Ulysses Bentley IV, Malik Murphy, Matthew Golden, Rashad Owens, Katron Allen, Ramel Keaton, Maverick McIver, Blake Shapen, Cam Ward, Woody Marks, Lawrence Arnold, RJ Harvey, Isaac Gurindo, Jadarian Price, Caleb Johnson, Jake McCalley, Kyle Williams, Luke McCaffrey, Jaden Blue, Holden Willis, and Ryan Wingo. Caden Salter, Jordan Hudson, Kyle Manangi, Matthew Slocum, Malachi Fields, Jake Garcia, Hines Ward, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, Walker Howard, TJ Harden, and Haynes King. For the encase, we've got TJ Finley out of 300 and Brady Schmeigel out of 100. And for the duels, triple and quad, Tawi Walker, Will Pauling, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, Faison Brandon, Ryder Lyons, Joe Montana, John Taylor, 1 of 1. Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, Jabray Barber, and DJ Wigalele, Roydell Williams, Jalen Brown, and Ja'Kai Douglas. All right. That is it for football for today. We're going to head to random.org real quick and get these taken care of. And for the rest of you, we look forward to having you back in here sometime soon. Football season is almost upon us. All right, we've got right in the door pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Coming through a hard to be valid for us. Gonna go 9 times on each random, starting off with Tommy Walker and Will Pauling. That's 8 times, final roll. Will Pauling coming out on top. Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton. That's 8 times, final roll. Nicholas Singleton will be taking it home. Faison Brandon and Ryder Lyons. That is 8 times, final roll. Faison Brandon taking it home. Congratulations. And 1 of 1, Joe Montana and John Taylor. That is 8 times, final roll. Joe Montana. Congratulations. That's a big win. Marcel Reed, Cyrus Allen, and Jabri Barber, triple auto. That is 8 times, final roll. Marcel Reed taking it home. And finally, DJ Ukulele, Roy Del Williams, Jalen Brown, and Ja'Kai Douglas. That is 8 times, final roll for the quad. Jalen Brown, congratulations. All right, that will do it for football. Thank you guys again. We are on to NT baseball. That'll be coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned. It will be right with you for that in a few. Did the stream start early? It did. Is this the break for 11 a.m.? It was. I had to get this knocked out a little bit earlier. But that was indeed the break.
Good morning, everybody. This is BMC Collectibles. My name is Alex. Today we have one case of... Let me just make sure that's the right thing. Hold on. This was very last minute. Yes, it is. One case of 2024 National Treasures Baseball. While we get started, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at bmc.collectibles and save us as a seller on eBay. For the eBay chat, pop isn't until 12:10. And to address everything starting a bit early, B found out before I got to the office that he had a family emergency he had to go take care of. So I was going to have to be by myself for the rest of the day. And so he tried to start it a bit earlier and go a bit quicker, so that way it wasn't too bad and we didn't fall too far behind. Oh, I didn't fully cut this, I guess. Okay. Box number 1. Starting off with Owen Cassie, 75 out of 99. Satchel Paige, 39 out of 49. Yes, this is break number 2 for NT. Gyro Iriarte, 28 out of 99. Joey Loperfido, 8 of 25. Right after this, Devin, we should be hopefully back on schedule if I don't take too long with this. Ricky Tiedemann, 1 out of 99. Paul Wainer, 10 out of 15 on the bat patch. Gabriel Gonzalez, 7 out of 99. Whoa. Gabriel Gonzalez again, 3 out of 49. Don't like that collation, but I do like that patch. Is this a 1 of 1 on, is it on printing plate? It's like a metal Jim Edmonds 1 of 1. First time we've seen one of those. Those are crazy. And closing out the first box, Roderick Arias, 2 out of 99. Yeah, that was nice. When I first saw it come out of the box, I thought it was a printing plate. But it's like attached to like a thick card. Also, just as a heads up, since I am by myself now, I will be sleeving and top loading between each box, which is why I did start this like a few minutes early, just because it adds a bit of time that I didn't schedule for. But I will be trying to do this as fast as possible. All right. On to box number 2. Okay. Box number 2. Kevin McGonigal, 57 of 99. I heard he's quite good. Evan Carter, 24 of 49. Sammy Satafora, triple patch, 89 of 99. Sean Sullivan, triple patch, 73 of 99. Tamar Johnson, 9 of 99. Bob Turley, bat patch. Rolly Fingers, greatest signatures, not numbered? Oh no, right in my face. 10 of 49. Just forget that happened. River Ryan, 14 of 99. This next card pains me greatly. Jet Williams, 24 of 49, and look at that patch. Oh boy, that's painful. And this next one is nice. Congratulations, Paul Skeens RPA. 9 of 49 on card. Oh baby. Very nice hit. Congrats. That was a solid box, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Yeah, the jet patch is really nice. And as a lifelong diehard Mets fan, I always get a little jealous whenever we pull Mets cards here. And it happens all the time, just right in my face. All right, let us get on to box number 3. I took him, big fan. He's very good. I'm just a little concerned about the logjam the Mets have on their infield, but he's very good. I really hope he doesn't end up a trade piece. I watched the draft that he was drafted in, and Jet Williams, I was like, yeah, he's just gonna, his name is Jet, and he's a shortstop. He's gonna be good. Question, why would my... that is eBay, so... unfortunately, eBay marks cards as shipped automatically. I don't know if it's like, yeah, I don't know if it's like a system thing, but if you don't get tracking with it, that means you didn't hit. Yeah, Gerald. Yeah. All right. Joe Jackson, recently off the MLB exempt list, 99 out of 99. Mike Schmidt, 67 of 99. Oh, if you won, you should message us on eBay then, and then we'll look into that. But generally, 76 out of 99, Mitch Jeb. All right, shoot us a message on eBay, and we will take a look at that for you. Luke Kashal, 61 out of 99. Brando Maella, 66 out of 99. A little two-tone on that patch. Back again. Paul Skeens, A little bit of yellow right there on that patch. That is 7 of 10, too. Very nice. Wanbin Cho, 30 of 99. What a patch. Felnin Celestin, 22 of 49. Kobe Mayo, patch auto, 16 of 75. And closing out that box, James Wood, 1 of 25 RPA. Some of the craziest power in a young player that I can remember seeing. He just makes contact with the ball and it goes out. Yeah, that was a fantastic box. And all right, on to the final box of the break. Good luck, everybody. All right. Oh, we got a booklet. I love a good booklet. All right, guys. Good luck. Starting off with Jacob Wilson, 35 of 75. Kobe Mayo, 92 of 99. Ashton Gutierrez, 5 of 10 on the bat patch. Brock Wilken, 94 of 99. Austin Wells, 15 of 25 with 3 two-tone patches. And we have a dual 6 of 99 Colson Montgomery and Orelvis Martinez on the booklet. Very nice. This is going to have to go to random.org. Up next, Harry Ford, 25 of 25 with a 4-tone patch and the classic Harry Ford inscription of Jesus Loves You. Lazaro Montes, 38 out of 99. Chunky patch, 13 of 25 for Tommy Troy. That's just straight off, not from any specific event. Still very nice. And closing us out, Brando Maia, 3 of 25. And that will be it for baseball, guys. Thank you all so much for joining. Give me a minute to finish sleeving and top loading these. Then I'll get into a quick hit recap If you don't want to stick around for the hit recap, I get it. I don't stick around for them myself. But yeah, after that, I have to do the random. And then if you are here for Leaf Signature Series, 2025 Signature Series, we will be getting into that and starting on time, which I'm very excited for. A new product. Should be fun, as most of Leaf's multi-sport stuff is. And then Pop, it will be at 12:10. All right. All right, have a good one, Gerald. Again, sorry for the confusion with the start times and stuff. It was completely unexpected. Why am I putting them that way? Okay. Getting us started. Owen Cassie, Satchel Paige, Jairo Iriarte, Joey Loperfido, Ricky Tiedemann, Paul Wayner, Gabriel Gonzalez again. What is this? Jim Edmonds? Yes. Roderick Arias, Kevin McGonigal, Evan Carter, Sammy Stafora, Sean Sullivan, Tamar Johnson, Rob Turley, and Rolly Fingers. River Ryan, Jet Williams, Paul Skeens, Joe Jackson, Mike Schmidt, Mitch Jebb, Luke Kashal, and Brando Mayea. Paul Skeens, Juan Bin Cho, Felton Celestin, Kobe Mayo, James Wood, Jacob Wilson, Kobe Mayo, and Anthony Gutierrez. Brock Wilkin, Austin Wells, Harry Ford, Lazaro Montez, Tommy Troy, and Brando Mayea. And for our duel, Colson Montgomery and Orelvis Martinez. All right, if you have either of these players or are just waiting around, give me a minute to get this set up, and I will be right back for the random. All right, guys. The way this is going to work is we are going to roll a pair of die. The number has to be 3 or higher to be valid. We are then going to randomize the list that amount of times, and the name that comes out on top is going to be the winner. Let's see how many times we are rolling. We are going to go 7 times on the list. Colson Montgomery and Orelvis Martinez, good luck. That is 6 times. Whoopsies. That is 6 times. 6 plus 1 is 7. Good luck. Colson Montgomery taking home the duel. All right. If you are in Leaf signature series that will be coming to you shortly. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. This is BMC Collectibles. My name is Alex. Today, we have one case of 2025 Leaf Signature Series Multisport. While we get started, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at bmc.collectibles and save us as a seller on eBay. I am quite excited for this break. Once I saw the product and the checklist, I was quite excited. I think this is going to be a good time. Also, Josh, if you're still here, that sounds good. All right. Starting off with box number 1, Kim Mulkey. 1 of 1. Artist Gilmore. 1 of 1. One of the GOATs of women's mixed martial arts, Chris Cyborg. Is everything a 1 of 1 in this? And pick 1 overall, Cam Ward. Another 1 of 1. Okay, I'd say that's a nice start. I'll take a box full of 1 of 1. Yes. Yeah, this is the first break that we're doing of this. If you're ever not sure, it should be the correct title down at the bottom of your screen since you're on YouTube. All right. Let's see if the 1-on-1 streaks continue. Chris Johnson. That's another 1 of 1. Didier Drogba. Very nice. Another. Okay, maybe everything's 1 of 1. Fred Biletnikoff. Yeah, I think everything's a 1 of 1. This is crazy. Julian Edelman. Signature Series Sunrise. 1 of 1. Love Jules. Okay. Thank you, Wally. This is my first time seeing it, so speaking of inscriptions. And look at that card on top. Naomi Osaka. 1 of 1. George Gervin. Classic art. Bob Cousy. 6-time champ inscription. And Amarian Hampton. 1 of 1. Aquatic. Deuce Knight, classic art, 1 of 1, nice hit. LaDainian Tomlinson, 1 of 1. Jeremiah Love, 1 of 1. And Jamar Chase, aquatic, very nice. I have not checked the eBay. I'm not normally the one who does the messages, but I have relayed I have relayed that there is a message from you specifically to the people who can do that for me. And yeah, I agree. These cards look fantastic. Jose Canseco, Aquatic. Ryan Day with Nemo behind him. Adrian Beltre. And we have a banger here. I hope this goes to a Royals fan. George Brett, Bo Jackson, Bobby Witt Jr., and Salvador Perez. 1 of 1 on the quad auto. This is going to have to go to random.org. I really hope it goes to a Royals fan. All right, Marv Levy. Carla Overbeck. Brady Smeagol. And is it a leaf break without the GOAT, Lionel Messi? 1 of 1. Very nice. Carlos Boozer. That's a cool auto. Ray Lewis. Speaking of cool autos. We have an inscription that's not encased. Robert Ory. I'm not quite sure what that says. I don't have enough ball knowledge to assume. That's 67 out of 100. And closing out that box is John Morant with the octopus behind him. Again, these are all 101s for anybody who is tuning in late. So unless I say what number it is specifically, just assume it's a 101. We are on to box number 8. Vince Young. RVD, Rob Van Dam. Jim Cat. And a sick multi-signer. Earl Campbell, Eddie George, and Chris Johnson. Titans fans, where you at? This has an encased auto in it. Starting off with Dennis Rodman with a shark behind him. That's kind of fitting. I like that. Irving Fryer. Miss Livy Dunn. And Ricky Williams, number 34 retired. It sure is. And on to the final box of the break. If I have not hit for you, hopefully now is the time when I do. Good luck. Otis Anderson. This is cool. Sergio Perez. Very nice. Tony La Russa. Classic art. I like these art ones a lot. And closing out the break, another GOAT auto. Sunrise for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Very nice. Alright guys, I had a lot of fun doing this. This was a very fun product. We do have a lot more coming in on the way. Yeah, this was a blast. Hopefully, if you do like the multi-sport stuff, I'll see you in the next ones. If you are in Pop, that will be coming to you in about 9 minutes. I'm going to do a quick hit recap, and then we have some randoms to get into. Kim Mulkey, Artist Gilmore, Chris Cyborg, Cam Ward, Chris Johnson, Didier Drogba, Fred Bolitnikoff, Julian Edelman, Naomi Osaka, George Gervin, Omarion Hampton, Deuce Knight, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jeremiah Love, Jamar Chase, Jose Canseco, and Ryan Day. Adrian Beltre, Marv Levy, Carla Overbeck, Brady Smeagol, Lionel Messi, Carlos Boozer, Ray Lewis, John Morant, Vince Young, Rob Van Dam, Jim Catt, Dennis Rodman, Irving Fryer, Olivia Dunn, Otis Anderson, Sergio Perez, Tony La Russa, and Floyd Money Mayweather. For our inscriptions, we've got Bob Cousy, 6 times champ. Robert Ory, big something. Whatever. I don't know what that says, but I'm sure somebody with more knowledge would know, or who can read. And Ricky Williams, number 34, retired. And for our multi-signers, George Brett, Bo Jackson, Bobby Witt Jr., and Salvador Perez. And Earl Campbell, Eddie George, and Chris Johnson. If you have any of these players or are just waiting for the next break, give me a minute or two to get these set up, and I will be right back for the randoms. All right, everybody, the way this is going to work is we are going to we're going to roll a pair of die. The number has to be 3 or higher to be valid. We then randomize each list of names that amount of times, and the name that comes out on top is going to win the card. Let's see how many times we are rolling. we are going to go 8 times, starting off with Earl Campbell, Eddie George, and Chris Johnson. Whoopsies. Hold on. I just butchered that. Let me redo the list real quick for the second one. Apologies. Technical difficulty. Okay. We're going to go 8 times on this list. Apologies. That is 7 times. 5 plus 3 is 8. Good luck. It is going to be Eddie George taking home the triple. And for the Royals quad, George Brett, Bo Jackson, Bobby Witt Jr., and Salvador Perez. That is 7 times. 5 plus 3 is 8. One more time. Salvador Perez taking home the quad. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. If you are in Pop, that will be with you in a few minutes. Good morning, everybody. This is BMC Collectibles. My name is Alex. Today, we have one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Pop Century. While we get started, let me not hit the camera. While we get started, Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at bmc.collectibles and save us as a seller on eBay. I hope everybody's having a great start to their Saturday. And maybe a great tart. I could go for a good tart. All right. A nice Tony Todd. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Okay. Starting off with our proof pack. Donald Gibb, 101 press proof, or pre-production proof, sorry. And Kelsey Grammer from Frazier, iconic roll. For the autos, Thomas Ian Nicholas, 3 of 8. This bothers me when this happens. I hate when they start sliding up. Kathy Coleman, 3 of 15. Roger L. Jackson, 1 of 10. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, 262 out of 500. Let's see some Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Now that I'm down with. Who doesn't love a good horror card? You know what I mean? Or the Anthony Hopkins Hannibal Lecter. That would be cool. And a mystery pearl? Congrats. Sounds like you had a good night. Leonard Maltine, pre-production proof, and Kathy Moriarty. Juliette Lewis, movie stars, mixed nuts, 1 of 1 on the vinyl. Famke Janssen, 3 of 6. Chevy Chase, Saturday Night Host, 1 of 4. And Howie Mandel, 2 of 8. You know he's a germaphobe. I feel like everybody might know that. Whoopsies. I hope nobody saw that. I don't like spoiling things. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Uma Thurman, pre-production proof, and Kate Beckinsale, pre-production proof. Frank Ferrer, vinyl signs, not vital signs, 1 of 3. Sada Baby, 1 of 7. Nathan Morris, 12 of 25. And John Carpenter and Nick Castle. Well, that is pretty cool. 1 of 1 on the double feature auto. A multi-signer going to random.org. Well, that looks like a little bit of Jason Voorhees. That's going to be sweaty. That is going to be a sweaty random. Quad pre-production proof going to random.org. Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, John Travolta, and Uma Thurman. And Drew Barrymore on the vinyl pre-production proof. Trey the Truth, 2/10. Susie Quattro, 2/4. And we have our Pearl Mystery Auto Redemption. And Alec Baldwin, 46/75 on the encased on card. Pre-production proof for Megan Fox and Kevin Bacon Villains. Dale Bozio, Jennifer Carpenter. Oh, wait a second. The Bozio is 1/20. Apologies. The Jennifer Carpenter is 3/5. Edward Furlong, 13/20. And Benedict Cumberbatch, Saturday Night Host, 1/1. Very nice. Fantastic actor. That was the halfway point. Margot Robbie and Tatiana Maslany on the 101 press proofs or pre-production proofs. Daviante Gata Ganter, 12/20. Sally Kirkland, 1/5. This is awesome. Sci-Fi Signatures for John Travolta, 5/6. And for our duel, Fred Dreyer and Stephanie Kramer. That is another auto going to random.org, and that is a 1/1. Orianti and Helen Hunt and John Pankow for our 101 pre-production proofs. That duel is going to go to random.org. Dave East, 6 of 25. Orianti, 3 of 5. Laura Flynn Boyle, 2 of 2. And this next one is incredible. What about a little Ozzy Osbourne? 1 of 1 on the auto. That is so sick. Congrats. Rick Harrison and Austin Russell. That is a duel for random.org. And Tony Orlando, gold vinyl, pre-production proof. Bernadette Stannis, 3 of 4. Joey Fatone, 3 of 7. Jamie Presley, Scream Team, 5 of 25. And Michael Douglas. That's on card, but not in encased. Yeah, in one of these mags. 1 out of 100 bookend. Chris Hemsworth and Terry Hatcher for our pre-production proofs. Drake Bell, vinyl signs, 2 of 3. That's pretty cool. Pete Best, 3 of 3. Kelsey Grammer, 2 of 25. And Gina Davis, 4 of 5. And final box of the break. Lauren Sorrentino. And Katie Segal? Katie Segal, 101 printing plate in our press proof pack. Adrian Barbeau, Scream Team, 4 of 5. Selma Blair, Scream Team, 1 of 10. Christy Brinkley, 3 of 7. And Scream Team for Jenny McCarthy, 2 of 7 to close us out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. In a minute, I am going to do a quick hit recap. If you do not want to stick around for it, we appreciate you joining the break. And being here anyways, we do have plenty more pop going up. And that new multi-sport product that we just did is very fun. So if you like those kind of products, come back for some more. We would love to have you. All right. Donald Gibb, Kelsey Grammer, Thomas Ian Nicholas, Kathy Coleman, Roger L. Jackson, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Leonard Maltine, Kathy Moriarty, Juliette Lewis, Famke Janssen, Chevy Chase, Howie Mandel, Uma Thurman, Kate Beckinsale, Frank Ferrer, and Sada Baby. Nathan Morris, our Pearl Redemption, Drew Barrymore, Trey the Truth, Susie Quattro, Megan Fox, Kevin Bacon, Dale Bozio, Jennifer Carpenter, Edward Furlong, Benedict Cumberbatch, Margot Robbie, Tatiana Maslany, Daviante Gata Ganter, Sally Kirkland, and John Travolta. Orianti, Dave East, Orianti again, Lara Flynn Boyle, Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Orlando, Bernadette Stannis, Joey Fatone, Jamie Presley, Chris Hemsworth, Terry Hatcher, Drake Bell, Pete Best, Kelsey Grammer, Gina Davis, Laura Sorrentino, Katie Seagal, Adrian Barbow, Selma Blair, Christy Brinkley, and Jenny McCarthy. Alec Baldwin, on card encased. Michael Douglas, on card not encased. And 4 our cards going to random.org. Rick Harrison and Austin Russell. Helen Hunt and John Pankow. Eric Stoltz and Rosanna Arquette. Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, John Travolta, and Uma Thurman. I got so used to reading the doubles. Just act like that didn't happen. Fred Dreyer, Stephanie Kramer, and John Carpenter and Nick Castle. All right. If you have any of these players or just want to stick around and watch, yeah, give me a minute or two to get this set up, and I'll be right back. All right, everybody. The way this is going to work is we are going to roll a pair of die. The number has to be 3 or higher to be valid. We are then going to randomize each listed names that amount of times, and the name that comes out on top is going to get the card. Let's see how many times we are rolling. We are going to go 8 times on each list. Starting off with Rick Harrison and Austin Russell. That is 7 times. 5 plus 3 is 8. Going one more time. Austin Russell taking home the duel. After that, we are going to do Helen Hunt and John Pankow. That is 7 times. 5 plus 3 is 8. Going one more time. Good luck. John Pankow taking home that duel. The other guy who breaks, his name is Beeve. B-E-E-V. Up next is the pre-production proof quad. Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, John Travolta, and Uma Thurman. That is 7 times. Going one more time. Eric Stoltz bringing that home. Now for the real dual autos. Starting off with Fred Dreyer and Stephanie Kramer. That is 7 times. Going one more. Good luck. Fred Dreyer taking home that duel. And up next, we have John Carpenter and Nick Castle. We are going to go 8 times. Good luck. That is 7 times. Going one more. Good luck. Nick Castle taking home the 1-of-1 duel. Congratulations to B. Ripman. All right, everybody. That is going to be it for us today. Hope to see you all in the next one. And yeah, see you guys next time.